Enumere say it's not say amu na munim Ghana ho enkomo na yedi adwendwen oman no de ekoso ne yaman yosem say de besi egina yi ti eno nkomo na enumere me ne watena say adani de ni do thesis enumere ya yeshia na edi nkomo mesrew say sisi na be join ya Mikael say we are live via the Twitch on satellite, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Search handle now operation Today Ghana News TV. But oko abo na page in be appear. Make sure say you follow, you like, you share, and you also comment. Na yi na yintimi emfa dwumedie no yindimbom. Yenche adwen na wo share the many JSM crime say wo share itimi ekopia afoforo so na ma mo so nya akwanya ehwebi. Na omode omaje nche so obeka ye de ho se de be adwumedie no besi akọ nanim na mpa chopa associate channels and omo making sure say we are live on their platforms omo so de adwumedie ekọ echipa High FM 93.5 and no achim hima in the Eastern region Kings Radio wa Accra Samsung na Jamama TV no wo rara in the OT region Sekina Information Center or Tatali Northern Ghana Delima Community Information Center no kwanta stanso uko voter regional Aplau Fans TV Ajia Tuma Samre Jumedia Yidi wa hayi na nso edem wo ho a obi enye bi ehwe na otie nti mesrew so be kan sa be bia obi ano sa otie enkan kwade a wo so wa kwanya ste wo de wadwe nkyere ebeba na yistimi edi Jumedia bo me na Jumedia no be strong kokra Mikayo say oba the only thing I'm required for me was to make sure you share na Jumedia no intimi enko nanim. Yes. Mr. Americano, and then me want send me a no between Komoba and Sana on Pesta Menonco today, the Evening Tribune, and some Timiko Pimo, front line, a front page, the Evening Tribune, newspaper no Mr. Ghana had it. So, pay newspaper, papa, over kind of woman, a moon system. Enyantia, see, no, who the echoes of Ghana and Pacho, newspaper near Bakupe, the Evening Tribune, Ghana's only watchdog. The beer echoes of Ghana beer, you knew who I yeshe. Na yede ho ensem ebre nti mpacho se wonye bi nkan yakobe bi na kan na nsem ekopie mu e front page na go more central P demands removal of Abner said Asare over compromise integrity se mu ina mu go more central MP A+ honorable Sabri on na other front page o say nka Abner say pa de nke be hwe anka ye hwe na yi ni mfim I won't say no bino. Ye bedo mo esukwa. Je sure say ni na gina park. Say sama e koso no. And I said sometimes Abna is to handle in some but ye bedo mo esukwa. Former NPA boss Mustafa Hamid faces heavy corruption charges as state
Greetings, my name is Ras Mubarak. I'm a former member of parliament in Ghana. On the 18th of August, we're going to begin a very historic journey. A journey driving through 39 African countries. That's going to take us well over 4 months, driving for 600 hours, over 40,000 kilometers. And this initiative is endorsed by the government of Ghana. Why are we doing this? We want our continent to unite, and we want our people in Africa to be able to travel within Africa without visa restrictions. You see, Africa has enormous potential beyond anybody's imagination. And if we are united as one people, one continent, if there are no restrictions for us to travel to each other's country, you have no idea what we can achieve together. The economic benefits are enormous. You know, the cultural exchanges, the opportunity to, you know, study and learn and tour and see each other's country is just amazing. And so we want you, my friends, to support this. And we appeal to African governments to support the initiative so that together we can make Africa visa-free now. Africa unite.
Welcome back, people. Mikhail say many steps for major economic boosts. Africa Festival targeted trade, tourism, and investment coming on 2026. So we African Libya product. I mean, Libya will quit your mind so I promote Africa near the temperature. I couldn't be able to make sure so our boss to one show up on yeah, the ones and some ever bro now we nya kwenya akushokisi unyoma and our product no e wo ho mede was be Michelle make kai pa baby bia wuti bia no. When you join us online, make sure you say you share, you comment, and in due time no e be pemre na ya kan mo comment no text messages ni na mamo Sabepe. Now, and some because we Ghana, and some of the Bibri Pacho make us say, one is the about regarding Chairman to me a contaminate. Nene am no Cassia so far no court. Ama a contaminate manager Yajano na. Sisi ano dia manager na kan say abra ye chin to me no now the obia kan say free to me no no pa de akuku so obia kan bi ma no obia nke bi ama no sisi awa ban de secret obe bie no Ghana fo ngina yie secret a oba be bie no Ghana fo ngina yie that's what he's saying enti ye hwe de beko na me wo document you and from court. Almost suspect accused. A Akonta Mining Company Limited, first accused person, Bernard Enchibu Esiakon, we are himself and chairman to me. Kwame Enchi at large. Edward Akuku. Sisi no say secret obe biama Ghana for no. Ye share DBC. And Akojo Usubempa, Sly at large. Almost a fake accused person, Samri, Attorney General, Alistair Modal. They are signing as a and this is a notice of withdrawal from prosecution. And you see, I know, Chairman to me, Dajiman Kasanka. Now, then, of course, Ghana. Gam say one sense ma ya kan obia no demu bi ye ina dani dey na yetna say yesu crying for the people, crying for our unborn children. Insu aye nom eduane aye di, the effect we are having on it. Sisi na ye di ahodi negusu ye di voice is still na kan ho no. We still have some MPs. Under this administration. They are also fighting their way inside. They say, stop galamsey, no monte ye. Na dapende in some people by. I think say we'll go deeper into that. And also someone amu Ghana na move fula. Parliamentary Account Committee ne question. You've seen the outrageous numbers or dig it enough amounts. Everybody, to my surprise, I catch us saying, but two tariffs me yesterday, but the mismanagement of public funds in Ghana is quite serious. It's quite serious. Mismanagement Ghana. I don't know. Hey, if you chance on the first video we played and look at the amount of money amount for spending on budgeted for unapproved Ninano on the heads of the Ghanaian citizen. Because tariffs based on their expenditure and tariffs, then the ordinary Ghanaian is going to suffer for somebody sitting in his office and mismanaging funds. It is sad. It is quite sad, very appalling. Right, and then you made Minister Company for be our studio hanum na opening pa meaning bidding common Mr. Charles Mensa, NDC Communications Officer from Hamburg. Samsona, Dr. Masoud Abungo, Chairman for the Russia, Chairman for NPP Russia branch. I also be joining. Na you didn't come. Note, no cramre. Me amidi Jumedi which amidi Lawrence appear near Bobet me from Nana appear near Bomajoso or Nanaki Majoso. And Mr. Jumedi no so make sure you share, like, and also comment. Imagine Brenner can comment in Amamu. Open Charles, Mama Aquabana Mawajo.
Yeah, Lawrence, good evening. Major Suso, sir. Eddie Kai Mammy, that was a say one mama queen Yanamaba, Saju Medica, so say, Miss Membetre Madrin, send me your mind by Ghana ni Mapa, Membetre Madrin, Emfa, a year, and some summer air course or Ghana. Inti, a year miniji pass one Sakoyen. Yet Tosubio, make sure Ghana for any etifua, Sisia, or Moshe and Umre. Esan say, Jumedia ye di your munti and a ye decide Jumedia. Ye di amamwehu near a coso Ghana. Na near almost ebitimi aye abua or my Ghana ma or my Ghana etu nin to mapa ifra. Esan say, yes, Obako for enche damfa inti na ye frese wonsum na ye ntumi enchechiri o my Ghana. Sa kwanu sunti na se bibi koso o my mu na se ya ye bo abaso se sade no enkoso ena se bibi koso o Ghana so na se enye so a ene so ye ka ho asem na obutwa so eno nti na ama menye ni Jesu nko se me so me ba be kire ma adwen fa nea ekoso wo Ghana ho no ebi obechia NDC ba NDC kufo nyina mo wo Germany na masa echia NDC for mo Ghana a mo hwe ya dwumedia su nyina me wo mo bia. Good evening.
It has opening and media, you have discussed some of the trending issues across Ghana. I'm sure you are privy to most of them. Now, my first topic I'm saying in Kasa has got to do with the issue of Galamsey. One of the things that Ghana for a share editor Obama NDC, and I believe that when you guys came into power, you've been trying your possible best to make sure say the Ghana for issue about Galamsey no mbesi no kwan na edi yensu eni beti say dey ebe nye bi feed the communities in conform yen grow so, especially even the rural areas. We ade ba ko a omampani dada etwem koye na Akufo-Addo dankwa ede ni sasi ne buka say on the presidency ebeto so e make sure say Galamsey issues etwa Ghana. Under his own watch, we saw some people right now be more caught. President Mahama Ba on fan for we're making sure so here Juma. But within this short space, we've seen people from your own party attacking Namos. Openi, what's your stance on it?
Okay, medawasi. Na odi ache me brofo no be frefre mu kakra. 2024 mra ye NDC abaya sisi ye wo majority in parliament. Mra ye bontoa ache Ghana for ne hu hia se omode tumi ni be ma NDC amayoku no na ya bedi oman no so na ya toto nioma ma Ghana afa ne ntoma pefra no yɛka kyerɛ Ghana for sɛ ɛyɛ Mahama ɛka kyerɛ Ghana for sɛ ɔba galamsey no nia ɛsɛ sɛ ɔyɛ na galamsey na situ ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu no ɔbɛyɛ ɛno nti Ghana for so gye no anoyi ɛto abama no ɛma ne bedi ɛyɛ Ghana kundwa so 7th January 2025 Obaye so ondani nechi enkyerɛ Ghana for ɛfa bɔhyɛ mu ɛfa galamsey ɛkono ho nia edi kan Obaye no ɔpepa ɔwɔ so de bɛko ɔko atia galamsey no ɛnam so ma ɔno ankasa ne party mpenifoɔ a amanfoɔ bɔ mu kwedu sɛ ɔmo hwɛ a ɔmo ho bɔn galamsey nsɛmsɛm mu no wanti anda so ɔde ɔmo kɔ ɛyɛ yoko through the Attorney General sɛ ɔmo yɛ nhwehwɛmu ɛmfa saa kwedu a yɛde abɔ saa NDC mpenifoɔ ɛyɛ national organizer ɛna national vice chairman kwedu yɛde abɔ mo so ɔmo ho bɔn wɔ galamsey no wanti anda so sɛ na mmerɛ bi amampeni bi enyaa no ɔno de wobɔ na manyoku anase ne government for ho sombo bia na ɔno defend omo no President Mahama de ɔse ɔnyɛ ne saa o kase ne party ni anase ne government appointee engage in galamsey anase any act bia enye to the enye good for Ghanaians onda so obehwe na wedi ho dwuma nti no enam so mode national organizer and a national chairman vice chairman el call yoko no sa subanya oda ne di na kyerɛ sɛ ɔwɔ pepa no sɛ ɔbɛko etia galamsey enu nti so bi saa no ɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɔko etia galamsey a eni sɛ wogina no ɛwɔ hɔ ɔsɛ wogina di na wonya no mugidie na wonya ahotoso sɛ galamsey no ɔbɛko ebio nansenya eye 9 months ekua eye Mahama nankasa President Mahama etiye se omonhwe no omonko ntia galamsey omoko eye afo region so omokodi djuma efa galamsey kwan be fa so ebetu ase no ena ekoba ne se omoko so omokodi djuma no omokohia mebu no omokrom wo se omo mamo kwan no mu ndi omo djuma se ombehwe no mo tu galamsey ase enam homa MP a owo eye Esutifi North ekopie ho ehu nsɛmsɛm aba ni na no NDC party and President Mahama as a president of the republic no omo ankasa eye omo dehye anaso omo ku banti omo ntu ho anamo omo etu ho anamo se na emra ne se efata ekyere se so bibiara owo man ni mu no emra di wa o se ye do fa mra kwan so no nda me no ka se sa MP no ogira mra n'anim a oyi ne ho ano esan se emra ma ho kwan se obi a wedi bone and so bi a weku nipa kora no o se wuti ne nim asem nti o go through the process we na se emra no hu ni se ne ho son a na no ye hu ni se emra no na kasa ne ho son se emra no so hu ni se wafoma emra no ni bedi se na emra no tie pepepe isa se President Mahama akanto wa se eba no galamsey ntukwa na onyi otwe enyi adoa obi biara wo ho bebo mu na se wo ho beba asem galamsey ntukwa mu no onemra no enu bedi pepepe sa suban ya President Mahama ada na di ekire se owo pepa no se obeko etia eye galamsey ebio obo ntoa no ka se galamsey no emo aya yakwachi omo wo eye site no omo ye laborers inti se ye pese ye tu galamsey asia nkasa dia and ye hu behia se ye chi laborers na ya go after the kingpins na na so omo ye financiers of this illegal activities called galamsey no ena menoso ena eye 2022 emra akonta mine ne ho nsɛmsɛm ba ya esan se chema wontumi a ori da se edwumako ya no na ne party ene wa ban mu ninti omoyen katasumo mu aso saa ema omontumi amfa pepere ye antu yi ende ya President Mahama afa akunwa se oman peni wo Ghana no or the akontaman peni eye chema wontumi ne adwumakuo a chema wontumi ebie ye ne amanfo bi a omo mpinifo hu se omo bom wo saa asem no mu no ekogina asendi bia saa anamo nyina kire se President Mahama aye krado se obetu galamsey asiesan se yenim the effect of galamsey on our environment and our health. Because of that, aside these prosecutions and this arrest, Jumedia 9 months for AD over the period, should tell you that the government is serious in fighting the galamsey menace. Hitherto there were answer na NDC abai able take over no na ye wo kwaye beye ahodo enkron a na galamsey fo no omukita etuo ni akode mapa agisa kwaye ahodo enkron yafa President Mahama beteki ekunle ya na so bedi mampeni saa kwaye ahodo enkron ni na oman no ase agina de bro ni beka say you reclaim this no-go area forest from the galamseyers. Aside that, there have been a series of invading galamsey sites, burning makeshift apartments, seizing excavators, and burning other, your friend is saying, equipment or galamsey. So, we share the commitment, the political commitment of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in fighting galamsey. It is pretty clear, say, or no, Wambase Obe shared any of his appointees, or he just made that promise as a mere promise and not to keep it. But say sa Bosho di share Ghana for say galamsey Bonia amafo ditia o my Ghana kwaye ne yensuo ne ye environment obetu ase no wa shase odi hujuma and we share discussions go on ubetimi ehunu say you see some of the stability levels yensuo no sena na ahono anase ase afa no you see ebi improvement in their stability levels as per Water and Resource Commission. As more report on the say the stability levels of our river bodies and our lakes improving. All this boils down to the fact that the president and the NDC as a political party are committed to fighting galamsey. And for that matter, say Yachi Obi Biara say or the whole effort for galamsey mua. Emrani ni bedi sene fata intimo bia nkojina bebi nka say political witch hunting and political witch hunting. Both NDC and NPP are all against galamsey, just that the NPP is not committed to fighting galamsey, just unlike NDC, which is committed to fighting galamsey. And inti ban galamsey to kwane dia, I'll call on everyone to put his or political affiliation aside and support the government to fight galamsey, because galamsey enim ND, and I say the effect of galamsey no enim NDC and enim NPP. The report coming from our health practitioners in HSS is here children born in these galamsey prone communities are born with severe deformities. Say bibi amfa galamsey issue no ho ebema yedachi yenkwara ye wo no ombenya problem. Aside that, we share in penifo so omotiti eye galamsey communities so some of them are developing chronic ailments of tetinon ka obeti say obi was ayare no nanka ye penimu pa na say won tampo nti nso ende emrante wa ne mabawa enya sa ayare na eye ahomete. And for that matter, obia emfa ne na hoɔden ne nyansa embra na ɔman no yɛntumi enko ntia saa ɛyɛ galamsey dwumadi a ɛkɔ so a obi biara ɛni enye ho wɔ Ghana no.
Obeni unim sesia no benim sɛ their MP ni yɛ no ɛwɔ court as I be court man in I think their court in air about opening yeah the young she's be out to no so as I'm going to mean free a crown near the idea without notifying the court. Now the man here want to say we are ruling party member our parliament. I will name the vision and the mission of the president. Una obe buano masa vision na be na fe wa nipa kro no etwa wo ho eyesade. Party no as a whole no must stand on this issue regarding the person.
Sena wedding aka no anase sena wedding aka no say asam no sisi ekopie court isa se ekopie court ni nti woka ho asama yes lawyer for my friend said the matter is now sub judice nti woka ho asama you will be when you go into the merit of it you will be adjudicating the matter in the public space rather than in court. Nti yeah asam wo court I count the merit of it but me no statement MP no releasing they say ono de no kweyi nti say basa yesi wano MP na no constituency basa bi like otese police soldier for ni di djuma ho no friends onko ho na onko yi oni soldier ni mpinifo na say nipa na olidi team no enkasa no mbisa no what is happening no. When you look at this narration, because the matter is in court, no, I wouldn't say the narration is okay, and I say okay. I will leave the court to decide on his narration. So the NDC as a political party, there, we are not going to shield him from accountability. He has the right to say whatever he knows about the matter in court. That is why the court is the appropriate forum to decide whether or not he is guilty or not. And for them, as an NDC, at the end of the day, we will know the outcome from court. Into the outcome from court, will determine the next action the party as NDC as a party will take. Because the matter is now in court.
Right. Opening home so Dr. Masood Abongo NPP representative da ni dey na beka yesa I will media so na on so de na chair but doc good evening.
Good evening, Lawrence. Good evening, Lawrence. Yami adum yo. Na won say.
Yami adum. Ye ho ye papa. The matter on the or the topic on the table right now, I can want some the issue that has got to do with the Galamsey saga. You say politician be one way or the other. The story came and says some way involved in the Galamsey activities. Now, Doc, from where you sit, what didn't show issues when you're saying because since I got say about national issue, no, we did say both NPP and NDC, we are all rallying behind the core. You making sure say you to Betty Emma Yara everybody amemuno a switcher. Na President Obaso innovation. Ayi na ye who be. Sabria make say chairman no team free gidi akontama is no sense.
Yo, Lawrence, me that
in your position.
Yo, me that
say somebody from the NDC is also involved in such activities. No, what do you say about that?
Okay, Lawrence, me that say. Eddie Kai, me pese me use this opportunity. Achia eti for maybe mo bia eti me pese me use the opportunity achia omo. Na masa achia NPP for maybe mo bia etuturo grassroots NPP grassroots de bia meka omodo makoma so me bon pa ma omo nyina na masa chia me co-panelist or communication director Hamburg. Meka say 2019 mission me communication director for Duisburg NPP Duisburg chapter 20. Lawrence ye ba galamsey ho asem a de bia meka galamsey de ke eyade eye and idea because they be me can say galamsey me person may you see the definition historical definition I meaning galamsey together the gold and sell. So galamsey can be means nipan or yen legally together the gold and sell, which is legal and responsible. Obi so Hanswa, he's getting the gold illegally and mining irresponsibly. And today be no me you see galamsey, me you see illegal and irresponsible mining. Na ye ka galamsey ho asem a de bia meka gold de yankopon ache de yakopon na de ade ne ache say yenje enti ka mine de a responsible and legally ka enye problem emaye ka ebe boa ama ekrum na eden ekonini because gold is a precious metal. Uko countries be honuma omuto gold nom dia sie entika gold ye ke ade papa and the gold so the anima bebre de bia ye use gold obi use phone na ni age obi drive car na ni age obi tira flight money ni age all these things that you enjoy no there are gold component in it entika gold mining in there Kenya dia yes I was a debate on nanso Ghana ha kwanya ya faso e mine gold no e na enye de bia meka adenti na enye because the authorities no ebun e monitor ni ye na ye ba political angle me say my research e wo galamsey amaka the political elite in illegal and irresponsible mining and I say galamsey ye kan yi me tembia me person me use the word galamsey because if you are using the word galamsey you confuse people. We wait my galamsey a proper way. I'll get in good SLA. And today we are using illegal and irresponsible mining. Now, historically, NDC, or Biana, galamsey, and I say illegal and irresponsible mining near them. A cosropa. Ushe atamis tama. And a Nigerian, sorry to say, Chinese phone, a bagana pa. A atamis tan, a bagana pa. Into the West, ever atia. Illegal and irresponsible mining. A chassis free at Tammy's time. At Tammy's etina helicopter so a coye, Niem Shano. And you say end this time na illegal and irresponsible mining a cosropa. Na MPP ebayano. I'm trying to bring all this historical background na yatias here. MPP bayano. Omo try say come implement community mining. Make a sure you say no. There are some minings a community mining and the NPP will implement here. NDC buy no. You vote NDC 2 million. Mines ni bi ha a community miner more proper and responsible mining no. NDC for tag. You see national security. So betia akatechi so e wo boase side. E be be meeting no. NDC under cover of BNI and as a national security, ebe pam the legal owners of that mining, that community mining, no, and omuji mining, season mining, and normal mining. It takes resources as a donko, our multimedia journalists are or fighting irresponsible and illegal mining. It takes in an Troya, my kaya, national security and handing over mines, you know, the rightful owner. Now, community mining, you know. Over Pristia Huni Valley, the same thing happens. Even MP no involved. NDC gurus, acquire community mining now. Responsible and legal mining, no. Echo J and an illegal mining. Now, Ushe near AC war, as Nafo, and I said BA. The Ebono region, right? Ocean is see na that involves the MP no. As an MP no, ni din escape me kakra. Na me wo we ni din escape me kakra. Ocean oye na enye idea enye because these are national securities. No mu yo mojuma. Na omo frɛ according to information, you say information there's always a true side and there's always a false side, right? Or say
Yes.
Collins Dowda say Nenko intervening. So automatically, Utumu say they are deeply involved in what was going on. The mining was going on. Omunim ne ekoso. Ko omunim ne ekoso krana. Ko bi from emanemba. Ena ko omunim anase omuni interest was wa. Ko be duru onum no. Ko be support security agencies now omuye ejuma honum. Na ko ma hand over ayo omujuma ne also omuye. Right? But because of no support what was going on, no, their reactions becomes counterproductive to the national security. I don't know, make us because Oba, no, Okacha say, handcuff na issue omunsam no, komu free omunsam. Me one particular person na uchi obi a no share na handcuff a. Eya me feel say enu kwan say eya me believe no. Handcuff dey can me believe say uchi nipa na no collaborate with who. There's no need so operation handcuff. That is my belief. Unless nipa here hard criminal, china only handcuff version is same. Because me say, abuche say, me drive it, omuche me, say document, me say okay, me passport no baby. Police now no say me driving na yanko, and me driving yanko. There's no need say what the handcuff because only criminal, only suspect, and on prove here. And according to me understanding no. Also me handcuff ni free omunsem. But also need to me. That is the police. Omno deciding what to do. And I said that's the military. That's the agencies are. Omuye responsible. And I said what to me. So omunchi obi. And oma chini pano. And oma show omu handcuff. Engineer over by and I say, oh, over T as MP. Also, okay, say, and also somebody independent police station. The only thing is I was so full out to police station. So over my bail, no was standing as surety. I'm on bail. Now so MP no, they be no yeah. Or insist to honuma because on no MP ninti. Officer will to me, right? And do not insist. Say, you release your mo, and I say you handcuff no free omunsem because some person handcuff no better than be show omunsem. I don't know. If you see only a financier of the MP, the NDC party in that area. Omo ko intimate man the sort to phone and enmity. And this omu say handcuff e show omu sama ever disgrace, right? So anytime we can say the NDC as a party, no, they are beneficiaries of what is going on in that area. And nothing I must say, ye handcuff no, and yes, I'm for who I very disgrace. Because you are because military knows because of their discipline, no, and because they are determined to fight irresponsible and illegal mining, no. They went ahead and said, Omo here, then Omo release Omo. But Omo the Omeko police station. And my MP, because every member of parliament in the community is influential, and you can't take it from them. Because to win an elections and become an MP, you must have been an influential person in your constituency. And according to information I gather no, which I say every information I over gather, there's always truth in it, and there's always untruth in it. And the information say offer youth no, and also offer community say omumbra, ambe choboy, am I release omo. And you know how human beings act. Yeah, basana, choboy. And I am mining side and also. And I say, oh, if you get in contact with miners now, at times people are only aggressive. That one day you can't take it from them. Most of the omo mining now, either irresponsible, illegal, responsible, legal mining no. Ten people on who observe it. And they be only aggressive. Is the nature of the job because They just involves money, and you should always be active, right? It offer mobile no community buy no so am here miners no. React here, which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate because as a member of parliament, it that make laws for the country. You should have seen him helping the military making that laws. And as a use protocol, and also his diplomacy as an MP, it makes sure say we need to solve it. Unfortunate. That is why I can say NDC cannot solve illegal mining, right? NDC ain't solve it. Near Kosono is a typical example, say NDC ain't solve it. Now, so your friend Collins daughter, or say I on the catcher MP say on corner intervening, right? So these are two MPs me no and yeah Bako. Bako was South Africa, and so to me and small Bako say our Ghana. Say on conco intervening, na you release it or more we galam say no. But my main qualifying illegal and irresponsible mining because no money lances, right? No money lances. And one particular person now, me believe he say mining is good, right? Me you be a Ukraine wahano because mining is giving money to Ghanaians, right? Omo me a good man, almost a proper mining, no. They are getting direct benefit. And yet said titi no AGA, me to say obi ma mine is up to now only go na near normal there. On one mine you go to kakrakasa no mutu work salary can. But share the same ya Ghanaians and kasa mine no uko community bi wo honuma. Udum say oh we oya mining o si dan we oya mining. Etika kamin kwa dia mining there now so koya fa so no ene enye. Yes say yensuo. Yes say a forest. Yes say assassin no. Eno na enye. And I may say NDC and me is stopping money because the political elites they are deeply involved in mining, right? Now, near Ecoson, it's very unfortunate, and me insist. Say, na also police no, detain ni kakra, right? Na kami kwa na also mu detain no, but mama say ya money bail. I believe say because of his political immunity or no. Enuntina Yamani a bill no. Na the bill no so is laughable. But this say 150,000, which I think say is shapa extra. Because we share or more arrest or more be sentence no. Yeah, something. Now so Lawrence, yeah, metimaka aka honey say fighting illegal and irresponsible mining is going to be a tough fight. Because me say NDC are getting it wrong and they are going to lose the fight. I don't think they make us I don't say Oma attack it. Those who are supposed to nine months no attack you. So next time, if you don't take time, some people will be armed. Ome army pa and to be give and take. It's a month for the ever do and die. Right? Approach now NDC no. Omuntu means stop it illegal and irresponsible mining. Because
more approach better.
Now your approach now better. And you tell me more typical example. No, you say your approach no. You start in the community mining. The community will mine. Omudi ebimukura ko takwa. Eko train omo. Right. E train omo how to mine properly. They be American. Lawrence mining it there because me I'm a stakeholder. Me shintro. Go to my lances tier 1. Say me to me ato from the miners. And you can mine it there. Idea Koya faso mine no and enye. And the bia no maybe I make I'm always disappointed in the institutions I will say regulating mining because your minerals commission that is supposed to give licenses and monitor how they mine. Your environmental protection agency I will say monitor the environment and the protect the environment and monitor how they mine. Your mineral development we have all the institutions but we now Accra. Upa maybe a community go in one. They don't have office there. Open if you now crown on Motino. Yes, we head office, one staff, no ministry office. No. What do they do there? Right. Also, mobile field. Co communities, no. Miners, no. Etrionomu. This is water body. You can't mine in the water body. If you want to do proper mining, to whole create a dam here, mine, let the water distill and become clean. Or you treat the water. Because mining, sikawum, or but they are not getting that. And almost quick money. Who doesn't want quick money? And you almost say environment, and say no. And we should find a good alternative. And a good alternative, and I may can say, the youth need job. So if one say, yeah, ending mining now, or say starting creating alternative livelihood, or say create kwanya ever faso na youth no anye juma eye because so come mine side now it's mostly youth akokrofo no omunta anye juma o abubuo no young peoples na mo pe ni edi no omo no ya mo come mine ho no mu no and say to me create alternative livelihood more me can say 1 year we should have a long term plan. Say planning mining community biano, you may see factory. And I say mining community biano, you may farm. And I say mining community biano, use now on your opportunity, you must say aye. Then we engage them in that way. Now I plan as you honomo. And to bedroom 4 or 5 years, no. No, omina no ma engage in youth of employment. And yes, oh quiet. No, no, then you must be in the community. Opama no mo jom no mo show mu ya okwa a different people will come and we will not solve it. Then we can say NDC omu Lucy and it's sad said this is an MP that is fighting against his own party who is fighting the illegal and irresponsible mining. It's not me, it's not ordinary Ghanaians. It's omu kasa kingpins, political elites of the NDC. This is 2 MPs, Collins Dowda and Asnafi Novo, and the other MP, I don't know the name, maybe out after that.
Ebenezer Kokuado.
Ebenezer Kokuado and Collins Dowda, no that are involved. But when say Collins Dowda and Yambaye, or South Africa, or Banswa, I feel say I will say police for no so Efano, and so investigating. Na punishment I was say the mom no for mom because as an MP there nan so community hall no ochiro mo kwan e be fa so aye den amine properly police no so unnecessary just in buy no because they have the power from you the from parliament because parliament na your constitution no and the president also na elected no and the president to use constitution set almost fight it against illegal and irresponsible mining. So if you are fighting them, then that means you are doing counterproductive and you are fighting against Ghana. And the mesre say the police should do their work. But say our court and my woman cover up. No me call ya no my fan so we are finding say they should investigate and punish those who are involved severely. Now, we should have a national conversation. I believe the approach NDC.
Yeah, I get your point. It means that right now, we shall find it chairman is on the is right. We are doing something good.
Chairman, I'm here to study the case. Right, I'm here to study the case because no so my forest.
The manager say free to me man kai so na sisi ayi jai na de secret order ban mu ngina yi enti me sure say as ugbo NPP NDC echi no mo so mo ye mo work here and
Mbema bi wo ha mo ya coward. Mimi say me ya coward. Mimi nya coward. Obi wo ho no ma. Ehu kana no osuro. Chairman want to me the manager no stand trial. And AGA no convincing no influencing no so standing against I'm standing as prosecute witness. Someone was charging also osuro 15 years into no standing na waka against one to me. But you were the manager, you were the one underground. I didn't know that time now, no. One reporting. that time there can work on one. What supervisor man we na fe de o ka say no yeah yeah prosecute witness e be jao. Me can say 19.
Mr. about so.
Okay.
Meko NDC rep one and then person me roll call. Roll call no pacho and you are on the channel, make sure you share because we want today's program to go fast. And yeah, so that we are here to talk about issues in Ghana. Now you're finding better solutions. As them find make sure you share. Robert Kimpe, Ajangu, Lungu, Pachawina Mutiemia, what just the president say comment session as now will share. Premaoye, Kwekuyevu, Yami Yaubio, Dibodiefua, Yami Yaubio, Patience Dapo. Ghana and fee no and there will be so another body. Make sure send the more share emanako viral. We want authentic feedbacks. I media media na konkai na solutions for all the problems that we are discussing today. Mr. Charles, so Mr. Charles, you heard from doctor. Now we're making a point. There's all bashing or bashing. Do you have any rebuttal to that?
Thank you very much. I'm sad as a Ghanaian and I'm sad as a youth listening to Dr. Abongo. Yes, I've met him on several occasions to discuss political issues concerning Ghana. But as a youth, if we toe this line in our political discussion, I think we are doing the country a great disservice. He talks about the fact that NDC is losing the fight against Galamsey. Hey, is he a Ghanaian or he has now naturalized for another country, for which reason he has lost track of what is going on in Ghana? Within this 10-month period that NDC took over the reins of government, who say the momentum in fighting Galamsey is very, very high. He was highly hypocritical. To me case, or say he is here to study. Case is 2022. You are here to study, but they see and anyway study. You see, when you communicate this way and you are in one breath arguing for non-partisanship discussion to have the matter resolved, you make the issues very, very difficult for people to come on board with non-partisan political lens, okay? In some occasions, are baseless, are factless, only in Jinasobia or the Kanasam. Look, in the period of 8 years now, President Akufo-Addo Bedi, they issued 1,696 mining licenses to small-scale miners. Now, let me chip in this. Galamsey, the word Galamsey means illegal mining. It is a term coined by Ghanaians to describe illegal mining. So immediately you use the term or the word Galamsey, you are definitely referring to illegal mining. Legal mining is not classified as Galamsey. Until you should get the fact right. Anybody who is engaged in illegal mining is anybody who is engaged in Galamsey is engaged in illegal mining. Whether you are doing it responsibly or irresponsibly, you are engaging in an illegal activity. So you should get that thing clear. I see NDC guru, but he has failed to mention any NDC guru who has been caught in promoting or engaging in Galamsey. I sat here and I mentioned the fact that Chemawoon to me is now standing trial for his Galamsey activities in the Tanon Yimri forest. And as it stands now, the general manager has indicated that at the time they were doing that illegal activity in the forest, they were not having the full complement of the licenses that they were supposed to acquire before engaging in that activity. But because his government was in power, he sidestep all these processes, went into the forest and engaged in this illegal activity. Again, he said their approach was better to solving Galamsey. My God, look, which government granted mining license or mining access to forest mines? Was it not President Akufo-Addo? And President Akufo-Addo, and Odem Rabbi say, Obetimi ama amanfo kwan so munko mining forest reserves empire mining. It took this NDC government to lay a bill currently in parliament to have that law repealed. And aside that, the 9 or the 10 months His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has been in power, he has not granted any mining lease for people to go and mine in forest reserves. So you should get the difference. When it comes to political will and the commitment to fighting Galamsey, the NDC stands tall against the NPP. The NPP is on record through a voice recording that came out. And this recording ensued between the then environmental minister, Frimpong Boateng, and the central vice chairman of the NPP, Party Nyaska. If you recall, that Frimpong Boateng should ease the fight against corruption, against Galamsey, to enable party folks to engage in Galamsey to raise money for the party. These are the things that went on in the 8 years administration of His Excellency former President Nana Akufo-Addo. So when it comes to fighting Galamsey, we are saying that the effect, the ramification of it doesn't know NDC or NPP. And as such, we should all come on board with a clean heart and a clean mind to discuss this matter dispassionately. But when my colleague or my friend Abongo engaged in this partisan discussion, it makes the conversation to have it wholeheartedly resolved very, very difficult. This community mining issue that he's talking about is just a name that came to, as it were, replace on the surface the word Galamsey, but in actual fact or in substance, they were engaged in what? Galamsey or illegal mining. So you should get that. Now, he said the MP intervened and the MP went with tax or whatever, as if he whatever accounts were given is the entire truth. But when there is an issue, the man has said that Obineka said onko non fafo ma penimuno no nkasa and yes ono no ko intervene fafo no komo obi na mene nkasa. The person is just a conveyor of a message or the phone na komo obi, so that the Collins Dauda MP for Sutinafo South, because the one assembly see obetumi ni so ya ni penny for no akasa no hu near ekoso. This is his side of the story. And I'm saying that now the sides are two sides. So you can't stand on one side and judge. You need to stand on both sides and weigh the merits of it. Now, ube who say we kind of cry and say we need to kontumpo. Intina assembly ko do court no. Omo abreso no. Emra ye bo chema wuntumi kwedu omo ankasa appointees. The then Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Samuel Abu Jinapo, and a Minerals Commission boss, Martin Easy, say Akunta mining any license to mine in the tunnel in forest. No, His Excellency former President Akufo-Addo, Eba Bonte Beka say Akunta mining is not engaged in any Galamsey. If Akunta mining at the time was not engaged in any Galamsey, Adentina Omo Ankasa commissioned a report, no more hiding report. No, it took this government to retrieve that report, that docket, and start prosecution. Now, Esan say, Omonim say, Temawun to me, no bon Galamsey and Seminity. They were trying to cover up for him. Now, aban fufuro aba ama sisia no hontoma apama esia ojina court. Esa so ojina court ninti. I'm not going to go into the merit of the matter. The court will deal with it. Say court at the conclusion say Tema want to be engaging in the form of galamsey. No song ye bejan manako. Say court no so finding and say no waba asem or galamsey moi. The court will deal with him. Okay, so let's, as I indicated, let's all put all hands on deck and make sure say we will solve this matter once and for all and stop this unnecessary politicking around galamsey, because in some of the stories have to do with the fact that are contaminated with these chemicals that galamsey is for no use no inti poisonous. Poison food, NIM, NDC, NIM, NPP. Wakoto aduane wo kromudi. Ubeka because of these issues into unto aduane wo krom. Unto buka ko dibja na wankasa ba ye aduane. Endo bai na wo omudua efi sa galamsey site omude ba krom beto ni na no is contaminated. Wo koto na sa wo benu akra na wankasa wo nu akra na ubenya this poisonous substance in it. Udi ebenya effect on you. Inti who be here pass yede ye political lens beto chain na ya hwe asem na abano na ya tu one among ya solve once and for all. Galamsey or illegal mining became very, very rampant during the 8-year period of Akufo-Addo by virtue of the number of licenses that we issue. It gave friend say amafo bebre the opportunity to enter into Galamsey your friend is saying environment wo normal encode say yes you know your friend is a forest nina on so I will urge my brother to sometimes put his political lens aside and for love of country discuss matters dispassionately and matters very, very objectively.
But that's it. We are live via Twitch on the satellite, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Search handle I use Today Ghana News TV. Associate channels are more boy Chidomo and they or more Pierre Jumidi Nuku Chipa Eastern Region. High FM 93.5, Kings Radio, Ewa Accra, Samsung Jamframa TV, and the Eko Rara, Sabre, Secure Information Center, Omo Bim who totally Northern Ghana, the Liman Community Information Center. So we are live there. Samsung Uko Voter Regional who Aflao, I beg your pardon, Fans TV. And so at the Jumedian Echo, said a bear more Miami Amabuin Nano, on which you may cancer, Nadi Jumedia. But Doc, your last touch on this, and I'm giving you just 5 minutes to rebut this, and we move on to the next topic. Just 5 minutes, Doc, respectively.
Yeah, me that say, Minya Mensa, Eonya would train a team. I spoke as a Ghanaian, right? And my main correct no, Galamsey no definition no crown. Also me my wrong. Mr. Rena, also Google Galamsey. Galamsey is from the word gather them and sell. Gather them and sell.
May a good job until the kana meaning so that I'll share the entire,
okay. And yeah, illegal mining acquiring and saying Galamsey has been there before, even illegal mining. I can't watch any. Now, Osaka or can be say, me say NDC and fight it, Galamsey and fighting legal and irresponsible mining. Me say I because me say Koya NDC effaso econo and your Koya ebe sustainable, right?
Doc, but and I'm interested. Doc, but you mean no na the meaning of Galamsey is in Ghana. What I have here online, it says the practice of illegal small-scale gold mining. This is what I'm having from our dictionary.
No, find a historical definition of Galamsey, where the word comes from. Who kind of Galamsey say illegal mining? It's not. It's the where the word originates. it will gather them and sell. And the locals no omutimi no we and omyani galamsey. That is where it comes. That means you should gather them and sell. And Professor Yesu, I research actual it since of published in 1992. So the word galamsey has been there even before we start Obuasi Gold's mine. You say crash one so no you can pick gold. You can pick gold nugget. So they call it they when the Europeans came, they so gather them and sell. Locals no gather them and sell no. And galamsey. That is the word. The word means that you should gather the gold and sell. The word galamsey does not mean illegal mining. Or the Shani Lord Shani do justice to this the name.
May much research now. Me throw in some of me people who are watching and commenting our comment section. Pacho, what doctor say, you know, most bit me I'm researching a more answers now by our comment section as the back mam see a doc but to us we got 3 minutes.
And me can say NDC on fight galamsey. You don't fight galamsey by just going to stop it and say I have won galamsey and ban the things. NPP did they stop galamsey? They didn't stop. Nana Kufu to say what in the life at 2 or in the presidency at 2 for 8 years. Were we able to defeat galamsey? No. On no can say NDC ku galamsey. Go and see the water bodies. And then me fa praso. Isona ye fikura sin say tamana omoyan started say NDC kura started say omokono. Isona say ye fibio. Koche irasho asara don ko page so. And if I say na mo fight galamsey, adena 9 months no coaching microphone. Our Collins daughter say he wants to speak to them. Onu mention all canon. So moko and he's here the side of the MP. Onu Lawrence no bisa no Germany. Police chi obia. Obi to me the phone call. E command say J. Na obi person or catch your person TV. You don't do that. Ye chini pana. The person goes straight to the police station. You don't call police station. Now no some will be no actual. No, South Africa also will intervene. What we are going to intervene? You intervene in Chese. Open some giant microphone more munko. So how do you fight galamsey? No mensano. Okay, say he shocked me. I say like me a hypocrite. I said this is a facts. Yeah, can't facts. Omuko eno munso ebi mu ye mine eno mu chi omu. Ena MP nko so ko intervene. Naka MP de ko bi na echi obi a what do? You are supposed to support. Also so oh niamu ye na enye enti yanko police station and trauma no asam mema mo bail. But you don't say omunyi handcuffs mfiri omunsem. And also I can say you have to listen to the 2 stories. Or see MP say obi na fresh or intervening. Now so we conclude say wa conclude o onu mensa no. Or see me a hypocrite or no so we conclude say I want to me now mine e wa town Emiri Forest. Meanwhile, who's what want to me side of so see no mine. That is why the case is in court. That is why I ain't even got chino preko and can say ko Debbie. So you have to give the evidence. So you hear this side, hear this side. And I'm going to say one approach, and this approach, it will not end in legal mining. Because you ban today, you arrest tomorrow, they'll go. So let's find alternative. Until we have a long-term plan, we are not fighting illegal mining. Unless we have a long-term plan. And a long-term plan will be some Lawrence and Mensa. Do you have a long-term plan? We don't have. Right?
Thank you, Doc.
A long-term plan, you say institutions be Juma, Mirror Commission, environmental protections, and yes, soldiers now also a cocoon. Or no what Germany bisa no forest or but no forest are trade here. You can't do that in Germany. You can't do that. The authorities are working.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the researcher, if your production room member says galamsey is a Ghanaian term driven from the phrase gather them and sell. It refers to illegal small-scale mining, usually carried out without official permit, environmental protection, or safety standards. In Ghana, galamsey is widely associated with environmental destruction, polluted rivers, deforestation, degraded farmlands, safety risks for miners, loss of revenue to the state, conflict between communities, licensed mining companies, and illegal operators. Although small-scale mining itself is illegal when properly regulated. Is that, I take it again, although small-scale mining is legal, itself is legal when properly regulated. Galamsey specifically means the unlawful and unregulated version of this whole thing. So, Doc, there's the researcher every year.
Yeah, I think let me clarify something for Doc to understand. You see, the gather
Just 1
and
minute.
sell. Yeah, just 1 minute. The gather and
minute.
sell is an English phrase. Okay, gather and sell. And our people couldn't pronounce the word gather and sell, so they were just saying galamsey. Yes, I agree, it's an English phrase. But
Excellent.
those gathering and selling ought to be backed by permits and licenses. So by virtue of not obtaining the licenses and the permits, it makes the gather and sell illegal.
But
Okay?
you see where the contradiction comes. You say you see gather and sell. So that means if you have the permit, right? If you have the permit and you're mining legally and you're getting the gold and sell, then you not become illegal.
That is not galamsey.
That is not. No. You have defined the word.
Hold on.
You have defined the word.
I'm saying that
galamsey
is illegal activity.
No, the phrase, define it. The phrase. What is galamsey?
Let me. I've got the
gather and sell. Gather and sell, but you should obtain the license.
Okay.
You should obtain license.
And I'll take it again.
Yes.
Galamsey is Ghanaian term driven from the phrase gather them and sell.
Stop. Gather and sell. I'm just defining the word gather and sell, Lawrence. That is all.
You are not.
No, don't go forward. I wanted the word. Lawrence, I just wanted the word gather them and sell.
No,
I just wanted the word gather them and sell. That is all. That is galamsey.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Yes, that is all. So if Obuasi gold mines, they get a gold and sell. So what is Obuasi mines?
They have permits.
So by still galamsey, they get it and sell. That is the word. The word. Yeah, you are just applying it. Stop the application. Stop the application. The word.
We are educating people. Okay, people are listening to us.
No, so that is the application. You are talking application of galamsey.
Galamsey is not an English word. It is a derived term. Okay, galamsey is a derived term from the phrase gather and sell. Now, what does it mean?
Where are you going? What did you define the word?
No,
you have defined the word.
I'm telling you, it's where the origin, where it originated from. Okay, I'm telling you where it originated from, and I'm saying that the word galamsey originated.
And I want you to understand the way it originated from. That time there was no illegal mining. That time there was no illegal mining. There was no illegal mining. 1900.
What I'm saying is, Wontumi entered into the forest, engaged in mining activities that were.
He's saying no. So that's why it's in the court. So you can't judge. The judge will judge.
Show no hot. Make sure that you share and also join us with your comments, your thoughts, views, and opinions. Now, me moving on to my next topic. That table so and I discussed the shocking revelation at the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament. What is the way forward? Now, before I know back on, your short video be a free Public Account Committee. No, me know back on me back. But discussions in that just hold it. I'll be right back.
And head office expenditure in excess of approved budget. It's extremely worrying. Now, before I refer you to the Attorney General for prosecution, let's go through some of these items. There were 13 items in your budget that you exceeded without any approval of the board. So let's go through these. You said you have foreign training of 31 million, but you spent 91 million. Why? And who approved that?
Mr. Chair, thank you very much. We will not try to just, we accept that we overstepped our boundaries.
Madam Assistant, when you're brain, I'm watching Moti Masum. We that's why no crime live on TodayGhanaNews TV. I'm moving on to my next topic. Now, already in Makacho. So, when you're back and something, make sure to watch it. Now, also, I didn't have him. Shocking revelation at the Public Account Committee of the Parliament. What is the way forward? In fact, Yaya TTB. Now, numbers need to get in there. I said, the bush is shame because at the end of the day, it's the ordinary Ghanaian who will suffer. Light bill back also, water bill back also. Now, so we follow Public Account Committee now. We can say, stand your main now. We can be say, hey, it's more politicians. At the end of the day, why not bread? Or if we go back to the studio now, my name is Penny for Martinez, including Comona, Yen Share, Quite a Paswa. Sunday we will just go past it. Now, can I say Ghana there? It seems like there's no law. As a Penifonical, I don't know who we are even imitating. Why would they do Mochi, a crime for a pass to Asia, almost footprint in the idea because they're costing the air besides and Calabia Moody Agro. When there's no funds, we can just put his hands in. Just say, if people who the people with disability mobile or musical mobile say atama pay, you know, you are expending, knowing too well that you don't have that kind of money, but you overspend. $13 million Ghana cedis, 49. I mean, hey, Ghana they be Open Charles. I'm sure you've been following the Public Account Committee and some of the revelations that have been.
Yes, Public Accounts Committee, you trying to friend a pack. Medium which and I say medi almost sittings for some time now. And you better the legal aspect of PAC and a medium would say Mramo ho kwan so mundisa. Then the way forward. Public Accounts Committee any your friend is saying constitution mu na emum constitution ni kire wo article 1872 say auditor general eye nhwehwemu ewo Ghana sikasemu a ewie a afi no onfa nkodan eye your friend is saying Parliament of Ghana and am so say constitution eye emrabata no she auditor general so onfa nkodan parliament nti Parliament so I show emraya Parliament for the Dijuma FN standing orders no. Omashisha wum say ombeti ekuo bi a ye the Public Account Committee. Na say Auditor General no fulfill Article 1872 na then the committee in Parliament based on the standing orders no establish sa committee no. Omahwehwem na nyomo betimi aye no. Say referrals to the Attorney General's office and other bodies for quick retrieval of some of these monies. In the official standing order 1512 years of the Parliament standing orders now, a man as at Public Accounts Committee no. In the omujuma omudi biano embrata echi. Esa say emrata nti so mo fra na wamba omo ho kwan so mbe supina wana say omo betumi afamra kwan so aforce obi manaba eye Public Account Committee neni and as a oba Public Account Committee neni so na so obedi ntro so a emra mo ho kwan so ombe say charge wana so ombe watumra and oba Public Account Committee neni na so obet odi ntro watumra nti emra no obedi enam sa emra ya ebo Public Account Committee echidom ninti obi biara obeba ho bia no trying the best to speak the truth, and speaking the truth no ena edis our revelations akese we na eba no na some revelations akese we na no eba as a result of incompetence and reckless leaders that unfortunately have emerged to rule Ghana. And intina mana basano. Inti so wutie Public Accounts Committee proceedings na nasa wo hwebi na wo near ekwa sebikafra bofe very nauseating and very very sad say oh my Ghana sana ye sikasem any yaho kire etino nanka some of these things should not occur in our financials or in our books, but unfortunately seeing these issues increasing with impudence state institutions or more de da no edida abaye adwuma ne aban asoya no ne aban your friend is saying agencies are no obi aba na we discuss and answer so we end of one shut down fakra mpo na juma odi also the boss can ho man no na wa relax na scan no ekodi baby a eni se edi enunti na his excellency John Dramani Mahama why they say no yentumi ntina ho saa esan say oye kenini oye good leader oye leader owe ni so ade huni nti ose yentumi entina ho abiribia na sika enhwere o my Ghana senior APP or Public Accounts Committee no enam homa wato nsafre Auditor General wato nsafre Attorney General and wato nsafre the Chief Justice Bafuboni so monhwe kwanya Public Account Committee edi dwuma bi sei na yehu se sika bi ekodi bebi a ensese ekodi a ekwanya ntempa so yebefa so a yede beji saa sika no na ankoba ne se sika ne kodim yensanka nipa na o se yetwe so no so a yentumi antwe so na oman no ahwere mienu. Because of that, he is also putting in place certain mechanism. For example, the obtaining of your friend is a commencement certificate from the Ministry of Finance before any MMDCs or MDAB ever engage on any project. You need to obtain a financial clearance certificate from the Ministry of Finance and sana we this age man. So one obtaining sa adieno na se ukosu kodi dwuma na the Auditor General has the power now or previously has the power and is now being emboldened to enforce that disallowance and surcharging powers under the Constitution to retrieve all these monies into Ubesha. And the Auditor General should report to the effect that about 77 billion Ghana cedis payment be also making we're calling on those amount for normal claims to justify why they should be paid that amount of money with documentation. It's a way to me and justify that means the payment will be disallowed. These are the measures His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is also ye Kenya the niso adi hunu edi mu mapaninti odi gu kwemma saa sika bribia ye hwere ebi ensa nkoba bio saa sika ya wo bobo ya isi a wakra wo yemashi wi ekoba ye isan se isan se kani abana na esisu no ida se na ono ankasa eyebi. And I will not be surprised because Crow Associate we paid a $1 million to Crow Associate with no work done. And then I offer Domlevo in some na buy I did free word because Domlevo disallowed surcharge the then senior minister. Nesa said senior minister not very, very close with President Akufo-Addo Ninti. He made sure say Domlevo will be moved from office. Now omo friends appendage abesho na why the burden of His Excellency Akufo-Addo. No embodied amount former You see, almost misapply Ghana Sika, they misapply it with impudence, with confidence. Say it is their birthright, and yes, and ECG, say now a PO Public Accounts Committee anymore. You realize that almost all the budgeted items that allocations were made for them, they exceeded it more than 50% or 50%. So what I say, Emma or budget, moving from 100 plus billion to over 300 million in excess of 180 million Ghana cedis, 80 billion Ghana cedis. This shows the then government was lackadaisical or was incompetent enough to monitor some of these excesses. They were called leaders of Ghana, but they failed to discharge their responsibilities as leaders to the nation. And no na moma Ghana ye she ase kopim say we were declared bankrupt and also declared a junk status economy by international rating agencies. No wonder we were not having money to pay our debtors. No wonder we left so much arrears to be cleared. All these your friend is a lapses I cause has to do with the government inability to put itself together to marshal the kind of competent people to handle the issue or the situation. And no, and I'm this account hearing, public account hearing now, we ever show no. Because mind you, these are 2022, 2023 or 2023, 2024 account report and I would so we are just hoping that going forward, the loopholes now, a war system now, for engaging in some of these callous expenses, so and I can assure you that the president we have in Ghana today, is mindful of curtailing some of these excesses, and I am pretty sure, say by the time Obefriso, he will leave a mark. Mind you, the Public Financial Management Act was enacted by His Excellency the President of the Republic, President Mahama, in his previous administration, just to make sure say we bring some sort of responsiveness and responsible activities into the management of public funds.
So Charles, how then do we ensure proper accountabilities in our institutions?
Yes, and I'm more example say one. Now, before you can engage in any project or any developmental project, you need a financial clearance certificate from the Ministry of Finance. This serves as a check. Yes, it serves as a check on how appointees who have the appetite of spending more than their allocations. Okay, so before you will be given the approval, the Ministry of Finance will go through your program and also compare that with your drawdowns. So if you have drawn down more than necessary, the approval will be denied. Okay, and you are unable to engage in such a developmental project. It also makes the assemblies and the ministries more responsible to execute projects that have economic benefits and also have much social importance on the people, unlike engaging in frivolous expenditure or frivolous projects that the dividend or the benefit to Ghanaians, and Shada end also. Again, President
PAC has referred 12 institutions, including Konfuanoche Hospital, Ridge Hospital, to the Attorney General for prosecution over failure to recover millions of cedis lost to the financial infractions.
Yes, because you see, over the years, PAC has almost always refer people to Attorney General's Office for Prosecution and Retrievals. But what I'm saying now is the president we have in place, is committed to having these monies retrieved, and that commitment is manifested in this tripartite committee or thereby together say we should devise means and we will subject perpetrators to the normal procedure. We want a situation whereby persons who are engaged in this brazen act of carelessness in managing or handling public funds, quick justice. Okay, or say the Chief Justice should establish special court to deal with some of these excesses. These are, your friend is saying, punishment or your friend is saying charges serves as deterrent to other persons who may have the desire to engage in some of this stuff. In this, who can engage yourself or financial misappropriation, you know, 3 days, 1 week, or 6 months, anyway, we are. Who now would teach you? Who say, hey, see, or minor, in Yabre, or year or Musika Sambasa, and just 6 months now, who goes home, 3 months now, who goes home to be a better also, and we are one leg of it. And now, see, an answer no best spend you you need clearance. You should also follow the Public Financial Management Act, public procurement, so you should also adhere to their rules. These are the checks. So to be sure, PPA or more amendments, more responsive and responsible. We share Public Financial Management Act, so more responsive, just to protect the public purse from persons who have the appetite of abusing the public purse.
Thank you. Mamenko Doc, some of these things, quotations here, happen under your watch. I want to ask you, Docs, were there no any supervision? Who was checking? What was the process? How come?
Lawrence, as a Ghanaian, we were born with corruption in our DNA, right?
What are you trying to say?
Sorry?
What are you trying to say? Because, Doc, this is under your watch.
Yes, so I'm trying to tell you that it's under our watch. But I'm telling you that DNA, in our DNA or in our blood, there is corruption infested in us as Ghanaians. So we need to just purify ourselves. You see, Boris, maybe you're Ghanaian, we are Ghanaian. You were youth bebre, I'm university. Omunye Jumanye. You nipa bebre, I'm Ghana, you chroma was a yes, sir. Me Martina Germany, Martina Russia. Omunishi. So Obi was school crana, ne Juma channel. Obi was school crana, ye Juma. Here is the case Ghana, nurses, Omubia, Munye Juma, all because of corruption. Ushe Sikaya Ekaya, even University of Education, Winiba. Matisse Park, I recommend some prosecute omu. Just say, we are no Obia, we are basa. Who is the government? You just imagine, University of Education is an autonomous university. More auditors, internal auditors, external auditors. These are Ghanaians. These are officers. These are staff that government have employed who are supposed to monitor this kind of expenditure. So with this one, no, automatic, it will be difficult for government to quickly get them because everyone where corruption is stealing. Anything that you do as a criminal case. Lawrence, about corruption, they are maker.
Doc,
About corruption, they are Lawrence, yeah.
Go on.
Corruption, they are maker. Corruption, no. And we need to purify ourselves. Now, Mr. Mestre, back. and our public accounts committee. No, they be omuba, omuye. We see the stories. Now so shame back. So to only encourage people to continue doing what they are doing, because we are paying the public accounts committee talk and go. Almost shall say and prosecute you or more. Almost shall say you more. They should set up a committee. Your back partners way no this because the Nipa Kuro pension crana. Young corner and coaching facing the law. France president Nicolas Sarkozy. Oko prison. Dabe no ye president no. I check. Asana.
Right. I think say Doc if you didn't know we kakra. But then no. I've had a lot of messages here and campus members so. Na mama opening akwenyama and also the kakra to so within just 2 minutes. That's na memfa messages amenya ni na mengada na wrap up.
Well,
You were saying something.
yes. Nipa corruption kwa human beings are callous. Okay, and until the yemra edible nipa deseni ho yedi regulate nipa deseni. Ebini say corruption ya ye ka ho asemi. Ye womra wo ho a or say ekebe amanfo from engaging or stop your man from engaging in corrupt activities. But so we unfortunately so ko share leader bia or no say corruption no or appetite to engage in corruption himself or free for all while be engage be family some of these things will occur or no ankasa okano or say University of Education we by refer or to your friend say Attorney General's office by virtue of some of the expenses that are unimaginable. A course war a year or more a catch it. So what you say? So who having the mindset say corruption nipa your friend is saying ni widium inti then BCA your zeal to fight it will be low, and this was demonstrated during his government regime. The zeal to fight corruption was very, very zero. Omuti Special Prosecutor's Office, OSP, but they could see say. Esan say the former friend is saying Special Prosecutor no, ebedane di say corruption na yepese yef kono. The president himself is the mother serpent of corruption. So if an appointee of the government, and for that matter, the maiden appointee for that office, because the president who set up that office is the mother serpent of corruption, and that his office is even under finance to carry out the work of investigating corrupt people and preventing corruption. Who in your ability to say Parker, you shouldn't be surprised simply because the previous regime was an accomplice of corruption and corrupt related activities. And some of these autonomous institutions now abana penimuna gasa and self fata some bambo and yes look at ECG, look at almost all the public universities, the public institutions of Muapia, Ubiaba and Hoasem, Ubiaba and Hoasem, the Mediska, simply because now a bind Pinifona engage. What the scandals are a course or more breso. Nafatoto previous governments, because this government has not ended its term, and within this term, we have not heard about any scandal. So, if 10-month scandal free. So, take their scandals or buy it, and JBR, we heard about boss contaminated fuel issue, catch for seat, PDS, Cecilia Dapa, all manner of corrupt deals are of course SML, Japan. You can just you even lose track of counting it. Okay, by virtue of these things that went on, Obia when he say, oh, okay, says the corruption has become a thriving enterprise, so it is free for all. Obia Nkoyebi. What is President Mahama saying? President Mahama is saying that going forward, he is not going to allow some of this impudence to go on by not cracking the whips. Intina Sisiano, he is taking the bull by the horn to crack the whips on those who have the appetite to engage in corrupt activities.
Thank you. Hey, and then the messages, Bebreo. Nah, I've got just 1 minute left. Mr. Mufancheme. Now, Meadow be as the Doc. Thank you so much, Mr. Doc. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Thank you.
Then who's the okay say NPP entering fight corruption? But the person who say since 1992 constitution, NPP na party to fight corruption. And I met my bonipa 10. NPP actually more two. But for born in Asaya, ACA boss a chinichum. Abuga Pele or Chia didn't call action. Victor Solomon do muko prison. Or no, or two is saying, want me boy NPP nipa dimba ko. Where corrupt?
Thank you so much, Doc. It's been your number one show.
But me met him up on Nipa 10. My challenge, you know. Met him up on Nipa 10. NDC, on Nipa Bako pe.
Thank you.
Gentlemen. Watching a tune. Manu Nipa Bako. Manu Nipa Bako.
NDC, and not just MPP, corrupt.
Mr. Charles.
MPP corrupt.
If it is corrupt, also, you're corrupt. One of the bars, one of the Burkina Faso, one of the corrupting. And you're your mama the first time. Your mama can corrupt. You're corrupt.
You should.
Airbus, Nino and Caron. Corrupt. Airbus, Nino and Caron. And this Naka you're corrupt. There's corrupt in their blood.
There is nothing.
Hold on.
See, Bonipa back, my boy Victor Solomon. Or your corrupt, they don't go prison.
When you massage the judicial system, you have
Bonipa back, MPP former appointee, I actually not too. My boy can have
so the fact that no MPP officer
means we are not corrupt. Means we are not corrupt.
That doesn't mean you are not corrupt.
We are not corrupt. If you are corrupt, you have arrested us. Why you people are corrupt? That is why we have arrested you.
Tell Kelufrata to come together.
Tell Temokle. Said not Temokle, Manslock. He's in the USA. They have jailed for 10 years. Temokle, go and bring her. Go and bring her. Go and bring her. It was NDC, your mama appointee. Go and bring her. You have jailed 10 years. So why don't you charge? You can also try at Kenoforiata. Try him. Then you jail him, just like what we did setting up.
Please, respectively. Dr. Abongo, chairman for the NPP Russia branch, Samson Mr. Charles, Minister NDC Hamburg branch communications boss person. And Omobeka and Saidi Jumedi. We were live on the Twitch, Satellite, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, associate channels of Boy Emma Jumedi link to call very far. High FM 93.5, Kings Radio, Samson Sakina Information Center, Jaframa TV. And the Lehman Community Information Center, Sana Fans TV, and also Aflau, and then break. Making sure that I'm pushing Jumedian community break, said that we will be a BAT. Now, and then Jumedian has been very interesting. My guests have been so amazing. And of course, most of our modern Majin Cheba, must stay on the live session. No, MIA show. No, I can't thank you guys enough. Mama Jumedian, interesting. We'll be out in message by me. Mentimian camp at next week. My kind of Sam, Jumedian no criminal live on Today Ghana News TV. Me am the Jumedian which I'm Medin, Lawrence, Apini Bois. Now, Namia Duma next week will come your way with another interesting segment of the show. And we'll be having another interview before even the political discussions. No? So, my say, you stay close to Today Ghana News TV. We have a lot of programs, and so enjoy. Make sure say we channel on the Debia Dahano. Enjoy our programs, share our content, and just engage us in form of your messages and your comments. Yeah, that's it. Nyame adoma, next week Thursday will come your way. I want to make a macram. Bye bye.
Yeah. Na, na, na.